Opinions Unqualified. I'm very happy to be here this week with my super special, super original, super cool co-host, who I didn't think was actually going to be here because he'd just been travelling up and down the coast of Western Australia. So, Sammy, glad to have you, man.
It's great to be here. I cut the holiday short just to be here so we could get this podcast done.
So you'll notice with Sam's voice today, he sounded very sort of drained and it's not as vibrant as usual. What did you get up to when you were away, Sammy?
A lot of snorkeling and then a lot of just having a good time with the lads. Few drinks, few parties. That's about it, really.
Okay, cool. What I want to do, and we'll introduce our guest first. And I have to be really, really careful.
Very careful.
with this introduction here. Because there's consequences, I'm sure. What do you think, Sam?
Are you nervous? That's what I want to know. I'd be very nervous.
I'm a little nervous. So today we've probably got the most important human being in my life. She's smart. She's beautiful. She's very funny. She's super talented. And thankfully for us, she works in an industry we're going to talk about today, which is good. And it's my beautiful wife, Jacinta. Hello, Jacinta.
Hello, darling.
Thanks
for Sammy.
Which one's darling? So thank you for being on the show. So you've worked within the travel industry for a long period of time, and now you're sort of I'd say building the minds of the future travel industry people. So we want to talk about travelling in WA because everything that's happened with COVID, and our Premier has done a fantastic job.
Yes.
Not letting people in
yes.
or out. If you go out, you have to obviously quarantine, but he's done a great job. So out of the locations you can go to in WA, what would you recommend?
I think at this point, anywhere really that you can get availability. We're kind of in an interesting time in our local tourism industry where we're forced to travel locally, whereas West Australians traditionally tend to get on the first plane to Bali as soon as they get on holidays. And we don't tend to explore our backyard very much. So we're in a position at the moment where people still want to go on holidays and they've been cooped up in their houses. And campgrounds all around the state are booked out for months. So I think at this point it's wherever you can get a site available. Traditionally, this time of year is sort of the peak season for our northern parts of the state. So Exmouth, Broome, and the Kimberley region. So Cable Beach Club has just reopened last weekend. And, you know, we tend to not like the cold here in WA. So we tend to head north as soon as it starts getting a bit chilly here in Perth. But all of the southwest is booming as well. You know, people just want to get out and about and enjoy being back to normal life a little bit.
Yeah, well, Sam, talk about going up north. This is the time to be up north. Sammy, what was the highlight of your trip when you took, because you went north, so if you could go anywhere else again and spend a little bit more time there, where would you go?
It would definitely be a toss-up between Exmouth or Coral Bay. I think those two places kind of stood out the most and had the probably the most stuff to do in terms of everything, really.
So with, I know some of the lads you're with went and saw the whale shark. Was it whale sharks?
Yeah, they did the whale shark thing up in Exmouth. So,
and why did you not do it, Sam?
It's quite a simple reason. I'd made lots of purchases previous to knowing that I was going on this trip. You know, I bought my electric board and a few other purchases. And I wasn't willing to spend $400 to go swimming with some whale sharks.
So that's what it sort of puts me to. Obviously, we want to promote local tourism, and we want people travelling around the state and obviously generating income locally. But is $400 to see whale sharks or swim with the whale sharks exorbitant, or is it because it's such a unique experience? Is it worth it, do you think, Jacinta?
I've swam with the whale sharks twice. And I think it's definitely worth spending the money. I think that part of the cost is, firstly, it's a very short season. So whale shark season tends to start around the end of March. and we're sort of at the end of it now. So it's only a few months of the year where we can actually go and experience this. The other thing is licensing. So only a few tourism businesses are given licenses to be able to operate whale shark tours, and it's only small groups that are allowed out at any time. So there's a few factors involved in the pricing, but it's an incredible experience if you can spend the money on it.
I just think $400 to jump in the ocean. Well, I might sound like I don't know. I don't know. I think I'd rather utilize those funds doing something else, but I think that'd be an unpopular opinion. So
yeah, I mean, I haven't heard anyone complain. Like, obviously, if you don't have the 400 or whatnot, it's fair enough. But for people that have had it and done it, I don't think I've heard anyone be like, "Damn, like I spent that 400, I want it back." Like,
would you like? So I get the whale sharks. It's safe. They're not going to chew you up. They're not sort of carnivores like a great white. I think I'd prefer to spend that sort of money and jump in one of those cages and see a great white, man. I just think like they're predators. They're,
You're going to trust those bars?
Yeah, I trust those bars. Yeah. Yeah.
I think it's the size of the whale sharks that are you're just completely in awe, and they move so slowly. The second time I went in, we got one that was about 15 meters, and it was quite poor visibility that day, and I couldn't actually see it, this 15-meter thing, until its open mouth was probably only a few meters away from me. So I swam pretty quick then. But, I'll never forget that kind of experience. And it's a one-off. It's not like, I was fortunate to do it twice because I had family involved in that business, but it's something you're only going to do once in your life for most people.
Yeah.
I think it's worth it.
Yeah. Okay. I love the Southwest. You mentioned the Southwest. I like going like towards Pemberton, like out in the big beautiful forest. Where there's rivers and dams and trees. I reckon I'd prefer going to like a Pemberton over a Margaret River. Do you think, does that make me crazy?
I don't think I've been to Pemberton. I haven't been to Margaret River, so I couldn't
Margaret River's beautiful, man. Like it is. What did you just think?
Yeah, both are beautiful. I think Margaret River's probably almost a bit too popular now. It's just, the crowds are crazy. You've got to book to get into any restaurant or brewery or whatever. It's almost become too popular and a bit too trendy. Whereas Pemberton's still kind of off the beaten track a little bit. It's a little bit more, natural environment and all the forest and that sort of thing.
And country people are just awesome.
Yeah.
They are. Country people are just awesome. Like, they're so welcoming, they're so
friendly,
kind, so
they're
generous.
Relaxed. They add to the experience, definitely.
And I think I can tell, I don't know if this is true or not, but I think I can tell when I meet someone in the city that grew up in the country. Because they just have a different demeanour about them. Do you reckon?
It's probably fair. It probably is fair. They probably are a little bit nicer. I know when we first got up to Denham, I think it was Denham, Shark Bay. It was raining, and we were only there for one night. So we're like, one of the boys was like, "We're going for a swim anyway." So we all went for a swim, and it was pissing down. We're going for a swim. We get out. And then the guy that owned the place we were staying at or whatever, like, comes out like in his like hoodie or whatever, and he's just like, "Do you want me to take a photo of you guys?" He's like giving us a bit of stick for being crazy going out in the weather and whatnot, but he was loving it, eh? And it was, I don't know. I guess that's kind of the same thing.
Is it just? Do you think because country people get to see the same people all the time, and they're just really excited to see someone different?
Yeah, possibly. They just live a different pace of life as well. We're always so busy in the city where, there's so many people. It can be stressful. Whereas you go out in the country, there's space, there's fresh air, there's less people to battle with. It's just a very much slower pace of life. It must be better for your health, I'm sure.
I reckon that leads me right on to the next subject I want to talk about. And it could be just because they have more time. Because the country people have more time. But Sam come in and what did you say about local cuisine?
Why are country bakeries so much better than bakeries here.
Yeah, and I think it could be a little bit to do with the time, maybe. You know,
Do you
or
reckon it's fresh produce?
could be
Yeah,
straight off,
yeah.
straight off of off the plains of Exmouth.
Wherever, yeah, wherever.
I think there's a lot growing in Exmouth, but yeah, I think maybe the local produce. I think they can be a bit hit and miss though. You know, sometimes you get the towns, they've got 2 bakeries on the main strip, which is only 200 meters long.
And there's a good one and there's a bad one.
It's always worth asking around, I think, where the best one is.
And I guess that's where the locals come in handy, being so nice. So you can go up to a local person in the country, you go, yeah, g'day there, whatever. Where would you get a pie from? You know? And they'll be like, you know, don't go to Smithy's, because Smithy's is terrible. Go to to the Joneses. The Joneses are where it's at.
Well, how do you think they feel when they get told not to go to a place?
Yeah.
Well, there's only 2 places to go to, and they're getting told don't go to that one place.
Yeah.
Like, to be that person that works at that shop or owns that shop would be so like, just trying to make a living out here, and everyone's gone to this one bakery.
Well, do a better job.
That's true.
Yeah, you know, like it's the same. Like it's the same with up here. Like if there's a good restaurant,
It'll get good reviews.
It'll get good reviews, and people will end up going there. If it's a bad one, it'll shut down pretty quickly because of the price of rent and.
Yeah.
I think a lot of those bakeries in country towns have been owned by the same people for a long time as well. So I think when you've been doing something for a long period of time, you tend to get really good at it.
Yeah.
So you went to the bakery?
Yeah, I went a few times.
Yeah. So what was your item of choice?
Oh, see, I tried a bit of everything. I could go through the whole list of what I ordered probably.
Yeah. Okay.
Exmouth.
Yeah.
The bakery there. The first day, creamy chicken. I got a creamy chicken pie.
Oh, okay.
And then I got a caramel slice for dessert.
Ooh. Yeah.
And then the second day, because we're like, well, like we've only just found this place. Like, I think it was like late in our trip that we went there. So we're like, we've got to go again. So we went the next day. And then I got, I think I just got beef, cheese, and onion. And then, it's called, the dessert I got is like a banana... Banoffee pie. Yeah, I had that. And that was super sweet, but it was good. But yeah, that's what I got. And then in Calbarry, I can't remember what pie. I didn't get a pie. I got a sausage roll.
Okay.
Which was good as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, those pies in Exmouth were like...
The business.
Yeah.
Jacinta's probably better to ask Jacinta, because she's usually the one that goes in and buys the stuff. What do I get from a bakery?
You always go for a pie.
I do love a pie.
Yeah.
I'm a mad pie man. I love pies.
Usually just like a steak and mushroom.
Yeah, I do like a steak and mushroom.
Yeah.
I like a steak, cheese, and bacon pie.
Yeah.
Steak cheese, yeah.
And I love a Mrs. Max pie. I know that it's not a bakery pie, and it's very mass-produced, but that cheese and bacon one they have,
Talking about Mrs. Max pies, actually.
Yeah.
Right, the one, I think it was the day that the guys went to the whale sharks, and like, I was pretty tired, so I couldn't be bothered like driving anywhere or going anywhere. So I went to like, they had like a little bakery thing like right next to like the caravan side or whatever where we're at. And I went and got a pie, and then like, because I was tired, I didn't really think about it. I was walking back with my pie, and I was like, kind of feeling, I was like, this is kind of cold. Like, this pie's kind of cold. And then like, I pulled it out, and I was like, this pie is definitely cold. I had to put the pie in the microwave.
Really?
To heat my pie up.
Oh no.
From a bakery?
Cold. Yeah.
Oh, I'd be Devo.
Yeah, I know. And like, because I couldn't be bothered walking back. I didn't want to like, I was just like, I can just chuck this in the microwave, so it's all good. But like, I was a bit disappointed.
Lucky you had one.
Yeah.
Yeah, what if you had like a room without a microwave?
Well, then you're going back, aren't you?
Yeah, then you go back and you're like, man, I just bought this pie. I wanted to eat this pie now. I've been just fanging for this pie all day, and now it's cold. Because there's not much worse than that's one of those foods we spoke about before.
Has
where
to be hot.
Yeah, it has to be. Yeah.
When it's done well, it's done amazingly. When it's done poorly, like it's done really poorly. Like you can get those pie, and they just seem to have too much like Jello in them or something like that.
The filler.
Keep it together.
And it's just like, man, this isn't good for me. No. And I don't think pies are generally healthy for you anyway. But
They can't be that bad for you.
I don't know.
I think
Gravy's
it's more
not the best thing for you. So.
Well, it depends how they make it. I think it's more the pastry. And if it's made with cheap meat, it's going to be fatty and gristly. And...
Yeah, so if you like put the right stuff in it, like it's not really a bad.
Yeah, if it's a good quality homemade pie, it's not bad.
Yeah, yeah. So pies are interesting because with a pie, you can have meat pies. So you've got the chicken and corn. You've got, obviously the mushroom, steak and mushroom that I like. You've got the beef, cheese and bacon. But you can actually have fruit or vegetable pies as well. Okay. So like an apple pie.
Yep.
You can have, you make a really nice like apple and rhubarb type pie.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah, so that's delicious. But you can have like a vegetable pie as well.
Yeah, well, we just had 4th of July. Lots of pumpkin pies popping up on social media.
Oh, I love a pumpkin pie.
Sweet potato pie.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not so much the sweet potato, but the pumpkin pie is just the
Pretty
business.
delicious, yeah.
Yeah. Have you had pumpkin pie, Sam?
I probably would have. I just can't.
You've been in the States, so I'm
I can't
sure you would
think
have.
of it right now, to be honest with you.
It's really sweet, and it just tastes
It's got
amazing.
that, spice,
Yeah,
like a
little spice,
the
yeah.
warming
I think
spice,
I've
like
definitely had
cinnamon
it.
and nutmeg.
Yeah, I think I definitely had it, but it's just the taste isn't coming to me right now.
First time I had a pumpkin pie, would have been Thanksgiving actually. So, and I was in America. It was my first ever trip to America. I was in LA. So I was in LA, and we went to this place for dinner, and it was like it was a restaurant, but it was like a family owned restaurant where they hosted us and we were there. Firstly, the size of the meal was just something else, and it was the biggest plate of food I've ever had, and I ate it all because I was a country boy that's gone to America, been told that you eat what you've bloody dished up, and so I ended up eating all of that, and then I was stuffed, and then this pumpkin pie came out, and they give you a massive slice of it.
Yeah.
And then I was like, no, I can't be rude, so I've got to have some of this. And I had one, and I was like, man, I just grew a second stomach because it was just so nice. And
It's pretty delicious.
And I worked out in America that I didn't have to, and I just couldn't eat what they put on the plate because the man that eats some food there, like the servings are just insane.
The portion sizes are a bit out of control.
Yeah, but you'd rather have too much than not enough.
But then I just think of the waste.
Yeah.
There's a lot of waste, but I don't know. There's nothing worse than coming home from a restaurant just being like, what can I snack on now?
Yeah, having to go buy McDonald's on the way home.
Yeah, we've done that before.
Yeah.
Gone past, got a burger on the way home after eating out.
And how bad is that?
You don't. Yeah, you definitely don't want that. But so, would you prefer? We'll go through all of us. Would you prefer a meat pie, a vegetable pie, or a fruit pie?
Meat pie.
Meat pie.
Yeah.
Is there a particular meat pie?
Nah, anything. I'm quite my eating habits. I eat everything, so I don't think I have a preference. It's just like whatever. Walk in on the day, have a look, and I'm just like, all right, that's the one. That's it's going to be that one today.
Yeah,
and that's what it is.
I like it. Jacinta?
I think if it's a really good homemade pie, like a meat pie, then I'd probably go for that.
That shocks me. That genuinely shocks me.
Well, I don't really have a lot of sweet stuff unless I'm making it.
I thought you would have said like an apple and rhubarb pie that you make, or apple pie.
Yeah, but I love I make that beef bourguignon pie sometimes.
Yeah,
that's delicious.
That is delicious as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm pretty lucky. I'll admit that. Yeah. All right. So we sort of spoke about.
Well, you didn't tell your answer.
Well, mine's a meat pie every day. You guys know. I think anyone listening knows that mine's a meat pie. But probably a good chicken pie is nice.
Like
when you
creamy
get a good chicken pie.
Chicken, bacon, and mushrooms, a good combo.
Actually, today, one of my mates had it was yesterday, a chicken laksa pie.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Chicken
Isn't laksa
pie.
like a soup?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like the curried Malaysian curried soup.
It didn't look the easiest thing to eat, but he was loving it, so must have been good.
Yeah. I don't know. I probably wouldn't order that.
No, that's not your thing.
Yeah, I think I know I'm happy trying new things, but I'm not happy trying new things. You know what I mean?
You
Now
know
that
what you
chicken
like.
nuggets would be like, I don't know.
It's too much
Yeah.
coconut for you.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm not a big fan of coconut. I don't like coconut milk. I think that's one of the most disgusting things in history.
What about like a Bounty chocolate
Oh, we eat a Bounty chocolate. Yeah.
with like the coconut?
Yeah, because it's just so sweet though. Like
I just don't think you like Thai style curries that have coconut milk in.
Yeah, I don't. No.
And that's where you'd mainly have coconut milk.
Yeah.
It's just that you don't like curry, I think.
I like curry. I love a chicken curry, but not the Thai style with the coconut
Yeah,
milk.
exactly.
I like the Burmese style
Yeah, like
curry.
Indian-y kind of.
Yeah, with a little spice in it, and just not too much spice though, because then I start sweating. And if you're a bald man and you're sweating, man, everyone knows you're sweating because like it just starts.
Dripping. You got nothing to absorb it.
Yeah, it starts to beat up on your head, and people like it's not a cool situation to be in, So So I like. So if you're gonna get, we'll quickly finish off with the bakeries. But I love bakeries. I don't know if you can tell, but I love bakeries. What is the sweet treat that you got? The caramel slice, obviously.
Caramel
but
slice,
if you could pick anything there, like, are you picking a caramel slice or are you picking something else?
I think caramel slices would be my like stock standard.
Staple.
Yeah, and then I'd venture out from there. There was a coffee eclair,
Oh, yeah.
and my mate had it, and I kind of wish I got it, but it was like so big that I was like, I'd take like a bite and be like, all right, sweet, like that's what it tastes like. Yeah. I've had enough.
I feel like the caramel slice is a safe option.
Yeah.
Like I reckon it'd be pretty hard to mess up a caramel slice because
They're pretty much the same wherever you go, really.
Yeah. So you get
I would
the
think.
biscuit at the bottom,
You have some hard ones though. I don't like the hard ones where it's just
like a toffee.
yeah, it just doesn't taste like.
Yeah.
I want soft,
Yeah.
easy to eat.
And so it cracks through
Yeah.
the chocolate and then the caramel bit's soft and gooey. Yeah.
Yeah. I guess they could mess it up. I think it'd be hard to mess one of those up. Whereas with like a coffee eclair, that's hard as hell to make. And if it's a good one, it's going to blow your mind. But you're probably more likely than not to get one that's not going to,
Yeah, I think that's a hard kind of pastry to master.
Do you know what would be delicious? Like one of those like horn pastries with tiramisu in it.
Ooh.
What pastry?
So you know how you can get those? They look like a horn. Like you can get custard horns. They're called.
Oh, I think I know the ones that you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like a triangle cylinder. Cylinder triangle shaped horn, and they fill it with things. I reckon that with tiramisu would be to die for.
Anything of tiramisu sounds like a good time.
Yes.
I don't think it matters what pastry it would be in or what it's in.
Oh yeah, tiramisu is possibly like my when you just can't resist it. Like it's just there. Like I have to have it. Like if there's tiramisu there, I need to get it. Don't I?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's delicious.
I love tiramisu, and what's that your mum makes at Christmas? The
Trifle.
Oh, love a good trifle too. Yeah.
She does a good one.
She does a really good one. But then trifle's something that can be terrible as well. If they make
it can be mushy and
if they don't make it well.
Yeah. You can't have too much alcohol in a trifle, I don't think. No.
So yeah, you're not saying that as in you can't have too much alcohol. You're saying that as in no, don't put too much in.
The cake just falls. That's like mushy, and you want to be able to have the textures in there as well.
Yeah,
the cake's got to feel like there's cake in your mouth.
Yeah, that texture when the cake gets all I hate that.
Yeah.
So
not good.
your mum makes a great trifle, but you can get really bad ones.
Yeah.
So that's one of those foods as well. It
good when it's good.
Can go either way.
Bad when it's bad, and it's really bad when it's bad. So yeah.
So what's your bakery pick if they didn't have tiramisu filled horns?
Which is unlikely.
Which I haven't seen anywhere yet.
I've never seen one, but if there is someone that has a bakery, I would start making those.
Challenge accepted.
That's going to be wonderful. Me, I love a donut. Just a donut. Standard, fresh donut straight out when they've just made them, just with the cinnamon donut. Bang. Just give me that bad boy, and if that's done well, just
custard slice.
Custard is good.
Is that just
custard slice. Yeah, like the custard with the pastry, and they usually have like a thin icing on the top.
Yeah, and a little cream as well,
Well,
usually.
sometimes, yeah.
I like the ones without the cream, though.
Yeah.
So just the
Just
custard.
the custard, yeah.
Yeah. Custard. Do you think custard is one of the most underrated desserts?
I used to just drink custard out of the carton.
Yeah.
Me too. I used to go to a
It's
shop,
delicious.
actually on the way to footy training in under 16s. I'd walk from school, past Coles, to the footy oval, and I would get a 600 ml
Custard to
of
drink.
custard,
Oh, God.
and I would
And
drink
then
custard,
run around.
and then run around.
God.
I would, crazy. But I'd usually get there like an hour before training, so it wasn't,
It's like
because there's no
an
point.
hour to settle in your stomach.
Because I walked everywhere. So I walked from school, and the footy oval was the other side of town to where I lived. So I didn't care if there was an hour and a half before. And I just had custard. Yeah. Probably not the smartest thing, but it was good.
Got to do it.
My nan made the best custard.
Yeah.
She was the custard queen. And my granddad did the apple pie. So together,
Custard and apple
perfect
pie.
combo, yeah.
Yeah. So we're just going to move on. You've been up and down the coast, as we've just discussed.
Yeah.
I want to talk about toilet art. Toilet art. Now, it's not really because of your trip, but it's sort of just related. But I was at your place, Sam, and your mum has done this wonderful thing. So you guys have got a toilet with no windows.
Yeah.
Like no windows at all. So you go into the toilet and it, obviously if you turn the light on, because otherwise you're in a cave.
Yeah.
But she's made this, your mum has made this picture of like the Amalfi Coast. I don't know if it's the Amalfi Coast, but it's a beach setting. And she's put basically 2 planks of wood above and below the picture and then put bars in it. So it looks like you're looking through the bars of
That's
a prison
cool.
or something.
Yep.
And it is actually really cool. I don't think Sam likes it very much, but it's so cool. It's one of the coolest things I've seen in a toilet. And one of the other things that's really cool is that it's got a silhouette of Charlie Chaplin
Yeah.
on the door as well. So it's like, Morco, where's the toilet? Oh, it's Charlie Chaplin. All right. So I think that's cool. So firstly, what are your thoughts on this set art? And then secondly, did you see any cool things on your trip?
So I've got to be careful what I say now. Look, I think a toilet should just be a toilet. Obviously, Mum's very artsy, so artsy people see things in different light than other people, I guess. I mean, it's cool. I don't know, maybe do it somewhere else. It would be my
Someone else's house?
No, I'm not saying someone else. I don't know.
In a different room.
There's plenty of white wall around that could have put a Charlie Chaplin silhouette on or something.
Yeah, I get that. I get that.
But yeah, and did I see any cool anything? Do you mean like artsy stuff?
Or whatever. It could be graffiti.
Not really.
Were the bathrooms clean on the way up?
Yeah, I don't have too much of a problem really. I'm quite picky with my public toilet situation, but yeah, I wasn't really bothered.
Okay, well that's pretty because everything's so far apart. So obviously someone's in there doing the right thing, or the people that are travelling are just doing the right thing.
Yeah, a bit of both maybe.
Should be, yeah, which is good.
You'd hope so, wouldn't you?
Yeah. Jacinda's parents have a weird little thing in their toilet as well. When you go in there, what's in your parents' toilet, Jacinda?
Vietnamese propaganda posters.
I know. Seriously.
It sounds funny when you say it out loud, I suppose.
So you go in there, and there's like a T-shirt.
Yeah,
with
they've got a framed T-shirt they found in Vietnam.
Yeah.
It was the traffic light system.
Yeah, so it's like green means go,
Yeah.
yellow means still go, red means definitely go, or something like that.
Yeah.
You just, it's like, there's no traffic
Gee
lights in
whiz.
there, yeah, as well. And then, the big propaganda poster, isn't there?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's
They've
one of the weirdest
collected on
things.
their travels. Yeah, that's quite funny actually.
And my parents, my mum used to, I don't think she does anymore, but she used to have some freaky messed up stuff in her toilet as well. No, it wasn't freaky messed up. It was jokes. It was jokes on the back of the door. So you sit in there, the back of the door, and it was just jokes. Jokes on jokes. So you sit in there.
So that's all right. That's something to read, you know?
Yeah,
Something
you do.
to-
It's like the whole magazine in toilets.
Yeah.
You know, I don't think people do that anymore because
Yeah, I don't really see it.
I don't think it's very sanitary, is it?
well,
Yeah,
100%
probably
of
not.
people take their phone to the toilet. So
Well, yeah.
Well, yeah, I didn't say. I mean,
you know, but I guess your phone's actually coming out of the toilet at some point where those magazines are just living
Staying
there.
in there.
So, oh yeah, let's pick this up and have a read. Yeah, so
Well, I got you a basketball ring for the toilet, remember, a couple of years ago for your
Yeah.
birthday or Christmas?
yeah, it never went to the toilet. Though.
No, I don't think
Yeah.
I don't think it fit in there at the time.
Yeah. So I think we put that in the bathroom. Or not bathroom yet. Yeah, in the bathroom.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah.
Well,
Suck it up.
since you don't have any toilet artwork, what would your toilet artwork be then?
That's actually a really good question. I don't know. I'd have to get approval anyway.
No,
So
alright,
for me, it's
say,
not-
no, there's no approval. It's just whatever you wanted,
whatever I wanted, I can have on the back.
Yeah.
Of the toilet, so we can do it.
whatever theme you want.
I'd probably like some sort of funny, yet witty, yet clever story. Like you can sit on the back and like every time you read it, you're going to get something sort of different out of it. Sort of like a riddle type thing just in there. So you're sitting there and you're sort of doing your business and then you're thinking, oh, I wonder. You know?
I just don't really feel the need to have anything in the toilet.
Yeah, well, this is a
If
hypothetical.
I went in
but-
there and there was, if I was out somewhere and I went to a toilet and there was something hanging in there, I'd definitely have a little look-see, but I don't know that I'd be...
But eventually it wouldn't be for us anyway. It'd be for your guests.
Well, yeah, I guess.
Because you've seen it a million times. And you're like, yeah, don't even look at it anymore. It's probably like that with... Well,
Yeah,
your mum would actually
it's-
never have seen that because it's above the toilet and when you're standing up weeing. You're looking at it like, so she ain't looking at that. So she's actually done it for you boys.
Well, no, I think she's done it for everyone because whenever someone comes over, the whole back of the house is on show of all the artwork. So
Yeah,
That's cool.
I love it. So we're going to move on to the fact that we've just gone to the toilet. It's just a whole journey tonight. So obviously big things with sanitising and washing hands at the moment. So what... Oh, Jacinta's going to go.
Sorry, guys.
Right.
I've got work to do.
So,
What do
yeah.
you mean
Thanks
you got-
so much.
this is
Thanks for
work.
being on the show. We love it. All right. So that was the first person to walk out on us, but
Yeah, it's,
hopefully that's the only aspect in my life she walks out on. So we'll keep working here. So I want to talk about washing hands versus sanitising your hands. So there's all this big push about sanitize. But when you're sanitising, are you just actually killing all the germs and leaving them on your hands?
yeah, but the germs are dead, aren't they?
Yeah, they are, but they're still there.
Yeah, but they're dead, so there's nothing's gonna happen.
Yeah, no, I get that, but wouldn't it just be easier just to go wash your hands?
Yeah, but then there's going to be a massive line in the toilet or whatever, isn't there?
Yeah.
Everyone washing their hands.
Because you wash your hands, and then you scrub it, and you do the whole happy birthday to you 15 times, like you have
Yeah,
to.
yeah.
So you're in there 3 minutes washing your hands. And then you wipe it off or whatever. But then you know that it's all gone.
Yeah, it's all gone.
Whereas I'm feeling like those people that are particularly real germy, that always have to sanitize their hands. You know, those people that
Yeah,
carry
just-
sanitizer
yeah,
with it.
yeah.
Oh, germs. They've probably got more germs on their hands than a normal person that doesn't do it.
They'll have more dead germs on their hands.
Yeah.
Yeah. But, like, is dead germs a worry?
Well, they're not obviously going to spread and
Yeah.
whatnot, but they've still got them there. So if they're like germaphobes,
Yeah, then you got germs on your hands.
yeah.
Yeah. So
Does that make sense, or am I just on this like weird ass tangent?
Well, I guess it makes sense in a way. But I guess the main thing is to kill the germs, isn't it?
Yeah, you do. You want to get rid of them so you don't spread anything at this point in time. How much money do you think like sanitizer and hand wash companies have made in the last 6 months?
Hella. A lot of money. I reckon they'd be rolling in it, and I reckon some of their profits would be going into the media outlets, just like pump this out
Yep.
for a little bit longer,
Yep.
just so we can just get
So you're saying that you think that cleaning companies and probably medication companies as well
probably.
are fueling advertising through mainstream media to keep this hysteria and this scaremongering available?
Maybe it might be. Like, you're not telling me that if your business started getting a little bit more cash flow coming through, you wouldn't put a little bit of your earnings that you weren't expecting to have and just, hey, can someone spread the word just a little bit more? Keep it going for a little bit longer.
Well, I guess if it's advertising as well, then it's tax deductible. So it's not actually costing them anything.
So the
Wow.
more they can put out there, the more money they make.
And so it's all about the paper.
Exactly.
So,
Money makes the world go round.
It does. It does. Fortunately or unfortunately, depending on if you're poor or you're rich.
Yes.
I guess. Talking about being poor or rich. All right. So I have this conversation with you, Sam. I think we've got completely different perspectives here. So online shopping has become like this massive industry. And, you know, there's a few reasons for that. With the convenience and delivery to your door and all that sort of stuff, and costing, like pricing and that sort of stuff. But COVID's probably pumped it up a little bit.
Boosted,
because you need stuff, and I've bought more stuff over the last 3 months and online than I've ever have. I feel dirty after buying things online from like big corporations like Amazon. Do you feel the same?
No, I don't. But why do you feel dirty?
Well, I just feel like we've got all of these local businesses that are doing everything they can to bring the products in and provide a place for people to see and feel and touch and experience the products themselves. And they're local people within our community. And is it that much cheaper for me to buy it online? So I feel a little dirty. Like I could be putting food on a family's table. Not that I'm going to go out and spend like thousands of dollars or whatever, but like I buy a pair of shoes.
Yeah.
If I go to the local sports store and buy it, is that helping that local family have a good life over Amazon, who they're billionaires?
I mean, that's true. I mean, I guess it depends what you're buying, isn't it? So like, I probably buy most of my shoes from, but they're still big companies, but they're they're here.
So, yeah, but then there's local workers. There's people you see on the street, So what's acceptable to buy online then? Like if we're trying to do...
I buy a lot of electronics.
Yeah.
Because electronics are like... Sometimes it can be like... I can save myself like $50.
Yeah, and $50 is a lot of money.
Yeah, so
$50 would be what percentage of the purchase? So what's an acceptable percentage? So say it's $500, 10%, $50. That's a big saving.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so that's a big saving online. Whereas, if you're buying something that's 10 grand and it's $50, is that $50 worth it?
Yeah. See, I'll be buying like something for like $10.
Yeah.
But if I bought it in the shop, it would be like $60, $70.
Oh yeah. Well, that's huge.
Yeah, it's like, why would I go into a shop and buy it?
Yeah. No, I get that. That's actually massive though. So do you feel like you could justifiably not feel dirty if you've got a saving of over 50%?
Yeah, and sometimes like the clothes that you want are just at online. They're not at the shop. Or like suit jackets. I don't know what suit jackets cost at a shop.
Yeah,
but
they're expensive.
Yeah, but see, so there's this one site that I go on, and I get absolute great looking suit jacket.
Yeah,
for like $70.
And do you think it's the convenience of having everything you need right there as well?
Yeah, and it makes it easy. I hate trying stuff on. I hate going to the shops and trying stuff on. Like,
do you think that's more like a self-conscious thing, or like because I reckon I used to be like, oh, no, I can't try it on. Whereas now I'm like, if I'm going to spend my hard earned, I'm going to try this thing on and make sure that it's what I want.
Yeah, like I think sometimes, like if I go into a shop, I need a fitter, I'll fit it. But most of the time I'll just grab it.
Yeah.
That's the right one. I don't know whether it's like, I think it's more time. I want more time to like do other things. I don't want to spend my time shopping.
Yeah, I'm with you. I that's not one of my favourite pastimes, to be
Yeah,
honest.
so
But I think if you're buying a shirt, like a shirt's going to fit.
yeah, exactly. You know
Yeah.
your size and
Yeah. But if you're buying
pants. See, pants I might try. Like long pants, I might try those.
because there's the length issues. There's obviously like different makes. The 36 is different to another 36.
And my body type sucks.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's hard to find good fitting long pants.
So I think that's something you have to try on. I don't think I'd ever buy a pair of pants online.
I've done it before.
Yeah.
Works alright. Like, it's not bad.
I think if you're getting like tracksuit pants,
Yeah.
like just comfy, like fleece type, I'm going to wear it around the house.
I think it's just a little bit more research goes into it. If you're buying them, then you're really trying to find out the lengths, maybe even measure yourself at home before you buy it online,
I guess I reckon I'd only buy pants online is if I had a pair of the same brand pants.
You knew what.
And you sort of know what sort of length and things they are. But again, that sort of, could I go down the shop and support something local? Probably. But maybe not as well, because they might not have it. Like the amount of times I've gone out and like I was trying to find a pair of just plain black tracksuit pants.
Yeah.
With like a cuffed bottom though, because I like the cuff. I don't like the flared out. I like the cuff bottom, so it's nice and tight over my sock.
Yeah.
No air comes in, and I don't feel like I'm ever going to step on them, or that they're safe. And seriously, I went to like 10 different shops. Imagine how much time I wasted doing that. Couldn't find any. Had to go online, found some.
Right there.
Delivered to my door.
I actually got a nice pair of Bonds trackies like that from Aldi a couple of weeks ago.
Really?
Bargain, $20.
Wow, I think I paid 70 for mine. Mine were Adidas, but
brands. Depends what. See, when you shop online? How do you shop? My Target, right? I go whatever I'm looking for. If I'm looking for shirts or something, and then I'll go on my sort. I go from lowest price to highest, and I find where price and like quality or like happiness, where that meets, that's where I.
So you find your sweet spot.
Yeah,
Yeah. I don't know. I usually do a bit of research and sort of know what I want first. So
nice.
I'd be like Adidas track pants.
You don't browse as much.
Nah.
You kind of get to the point a little bit quicker.
Yeah. So I was on the weekend, as an example. I was at training, and one of the other coaches had some Nike Pegasus runners.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, they're nice. Send me the details or whatever. So I've gone online, had a look, and I'm like, yeah, I can probably get these.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, and it was pretty quick, easy, straight to the point, bang, and done. But the thing that really annoyed me, I even was very specific with what I wanted.
Yeah.
So Nike Air Zoom Pegasus, a 36 Shield.
Yeah.
So I put that in there, and no shit, there was like 8 different prices.
Yeah, there's always different prices, different shops.
From like 130 to like 190. So, come on, it's the same shoe.
Does not make sense, but...
So I guess that sort of just says, do a bit of research, have a look. But I guess, didn't really solve my issue of feeling... I don't know. Is there anyone else out there, so listen to this, that if you're buying online and you could possibly get it locally, that feels a little wrong for buying it online? Because it could actually be a generational thing as well.
I think it is. Well, probably.
Because when I was young, there was no internet buying.
Yeah.
So, crazy.
Now it's the thing to do, isn't it?
It is. So, we're at the end of our time this week. very, very happy to have you back, Sam. I was actually stoked that I didn't have to do the pod by myself. Though I think, I think I would have called you anyway, and we would have had some sort of funky phone.
Yeah, that would have been
phone conversation
if I had reception or whatever. Yeah, it would have been interesting. But
yeah. So thank you for coming back. Remember to get on our socials. Tag us in anything that you can. Hashtag opinions unqualified. And I think you've got what comps we got at the moment.
Well, that's finishing July 18th, so it's it'll be out on this podcast. Will be out on the 8th. So when they hear it, what's that? 10 days, like another week or so.
Yeah.
So if you're thinking about it, you're sitting on the fence, you might have an idea or something, you're not too sure, just do it. Do it for the boys.
Yep. Do it for the boys.
Help us out.
Yep. Get that word out there.
And yeah, that's about it for all that kind of stuff. I lagged out a bit on my YouTube. I got to upload the last podcast on YouTube, but that'll be up there, and then I'll put this one up as well. So
awesome.
That's my reporting of the social media aspect.
Thank you for listening. Thank you for supporting. Again, share the love. We love you all. Ciao.